Hello. Hello. Welcome back to another video. I thought I would switch it up today. I am going to do kind of a recap of what sold last month. I'm filming this August 1st, so goodbye July, hello August. I'm kind of going over my top sales from last month. Summer slowdown has been real for me. It's been alive and well. I've consistently been listing at least 5 items a day, which is not a lot. I know that next summer I'm going to be aiming towards listing 15 to 20 a day and seeing if that helps anything at all. But I have been in the reselling game for years now, and I know that every summer it's just slow. I don't know who told me, but it's the months that start with J. Those are the months that are the slowest. So January, June, July. We are now into August, and I'm really fingers crossed hoping that my sales start picking up. I've made it. I made it through the summer. My bills were paid, food's on the table, a roof is over our head. I am a contributor to my household, so the money that I make from reselling goes towards things like that. So it's really, this is like, it's my job. It's a hobby, but it's also a job, and it puts money in my pocket. So, whoopsie. I am hoping, I know it's gonna pick up. I know it's gonna get busier, and I'm just really excited about that. So, if you are on the same struggle bus, just know that it's going to get better. Back to school is happening. The holidays are happening. Things are going to start picking up. So get those listings going now. Just get them ready, because once it comes, I feel like it's going to be really exciting and really amazing to hear all those cha-chings. Okay, so July was slower for me than June by like almost 1,000. Isn't that crazy? Poshmark took a huge nosedive by like 1,000. That was mainly where I was lacking in sales, was Poshmark. eBay was pretty consistent, but I did up my promoted listings, and the fees associated with that was fairly large. Larger than I maybe should have or wanted to, but it was really like a game. It was, okay, I'm paying this much in fees, but I generated this amount in sales. So it did end up evening out, because I wouldn't have made those sales if it weren't for those promoted listings. But it was just a big chunk of what I normally bring in every month. So yeah, but needless to say, I did have some really exciting sales this month, and I wanted to share them with you guys. I'm gonna pop up my my laptop screen in the next slide, and I have all my listings pulled up. I'm gonna go over them one by one with you guys and let you know what they sold for, what I picked them up for, how long it took to sell them, and all that fun stuff. Some new brands to keep an eye out for, some brands that I always pick up that just sell really consistently for me. So yeah, I will see you guys on the next part. I'm gonna pop my computer screen up right here. Is a big hitter. These are a pair of Gucci crocodile horsebit driving loafers. You guys, I found these at the bins. I could not believe my eyes when I pulled them out. It was a rotation that had been picked over already. And I thought to myself, there's no way these are real. That's probably why no one has picked them up. I bought them to do research to figure out if they were authentic, and sure enough, they were. They were in really good condition, actually, and yeah, I had them listed for $625, and I had an offer for $500 come in within like 5 hours. So these sold really quickly. I may have been able to charge a little bit more for them, but they did have some wear on the bottom just from normal wear of the leather kind of worn down a smidge. So I decided to take the offer at 500. And yeah, that was my best sale of July. And I think in general, probably, minus the Japanese embroidered vest that I shared with you guys a while back. All right, next up are these Nike Cortez triple white sneakers. These ones were also from the bin, so I paid about $2, maybe $3 for these. They had a lot of attention and they were more of a rare colorway, the triple white. So these ones I had listed for about a month, and I originally listed them for I think 90, and somebody sent an offer for 79, and I accepted that. Here are some other pictures of those guys for you. They did have some wear to the inside and some heel drag, as you can see, but they were authenticated through eBay, and it was a really nice sale. Next are these Hokas. These I got at a yard sale for $2 a piece. I got this pair and the next pair I'm going to show you. So $2 a piece. I was so excited to swoop those up, and they sold fairly quickly within 3 weeks for 45. I accepted the offer of 45. I believe I had them listed for 60. These ones had a bit more wear to the bottoms, and they also didn't have any insoles. These ones were picked up at the same yard sale. These ones sold for 62. They are a more sought after Hoka running shoe. They sold within a week, super quick. These were in really, really great condition, very, very lightly worn. And yeah, 62, spin 2, make 62. Next up is a pair of driftwood embroidered black skinny jeans. These sold for my full asking price of $69.99. They did take a few months to sell, but that wasn't too bad. I picked these up at a thrift store for half off. I believe they were $7.99, so I got them for $4. And this brand is really good to be on the lookout for. They are heavily embroidered. Not all of them, but most of them are. And that is really a key factor that people are paying up for. I did pick up a pair recently in my last Thrift With Me video. They were the cuffed embroidered jeans that I wasn't sure if they were a good buy, but they actually did sell within a week and a half, 2 weeks for $40. So it wasn't too bad. I did pay up for those. I spent $15, but it was still a good return on investment. These ones were definitely more sought after, and the $69.99 price tag was amazing. All right, next is a pair of teaks. These ones are, I have found probably 4 pairs of teaks in my reselling career. And in the beginning, it was like hitting the jackpot. So exciting. These I found at the bins, so I paid maybe $2. And it's crazy to me how much these used to sell for, maybe 100 or more. And nowadays, you're lucky to get 50 to 60. So I priced mine at, I believe it was 75, and I accepted an offer of 60. Super saturated nowadays on eBay, but I will always pick them up if they're at the right price, because they will eventually sell, especially if they're in good condition. Next is a brand I would be on the lookout for. This was a new to me brand. It's Birchberry. They are a wide toe sneaker, which is super popular right now. These were new without box. I bought them at the Goodwill. I think I did pay up for these. I believe I paid $14.99, but they did sell within a month for $50, which isn't too bad. But if you do come across these for a good price, I would definitely pick them up. The sell-through rate was, I believe, 100%. So yeah, just a good brand to be on the lookout for. Let's see if I can, I guess you can kind of see the little bee right there, and then it has a little bee birchberry on the inside. So that was a fun find. I love finding new brands and flipping them quickly. It just kind of keeps things interesting. You're always learning with reselling. You're always coming across brands that you've never heard of, and just you have to be curious. You have to think like, I've never seen this before. I'm gonna look it up, and I swear 9 times out of 10, it's something, maybe not that high, maybe like 50% chance that it's something that you should pick up, and it is possibly a bolo. All right, next are a pair of Patagonia men's chukka boots. These were a more sought after style. They were leather, and I did find these at the bin, so I paid probably, I would say about $4, maybe $5 for the pair. And they sold fairly quickly within a week for my full asking price of $69.99. So super great find. I will always pick up Patagonia shoes at the bins. But this leather chukka was something I had never seen before and was definitely a more sought after style. Next is a sports sack, which I'm sure we've all seen the sports sack bags. They do a lot of the lightweight crossbody travel bags. This was a Talkie-Docky. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Toki. Probably Talkie-Docky. I don't know. If I'm saying it wrong, please let me know. But anything that has to do with a collab and some other brand, I'm looking it up, no matter what. So looking this one up, I saw that it was something that was more sought after for a higher price, and the sell-through rate was there. This one I had listed fairly high. It did take 2 months to sell. I had it listed for $75. And I came down to $55 after the 2 months. I got an offer and I accepted that. This I picked up at the bins for maybe $1. Super lightweight. It was in great condition. And people are just always looking for those collabs. And I've come to learn that, I'm guessing this is anime. I'm not super sure. But anything anime, Hot Topic, that kind of realm, I'm always going to look up and see how it does. Next is Anina Bing. This is a great brand to be on the lookout for. She is a designer and just a brand that a lot of people are looking for, I would say. It is fairly expensive retail-wise, and the resale value is good in my opinion, and also the sell-through rate is pretty good. This one was more of a basic hoodie. It just had the Anina Bing logo on the front, but her more bold styles that you can clearly see her logo, her designs, those ones would go a little bit quicker and for more money. But I love this brand so much. I love everything that she does. Very simple tag. I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. Okay, so the tacked on tag is a great sign to be on the lookout for. And then, yeah, let's see what else. 100% cotton. That's how you spell her name. A-N-I-N-E, Bing. And yeah, just a great brand that I would be on the lookout for. Oh, that sold for $65. I had it listed high, I think, for $85. I accepted the offer of $65 after 2 months of it sitting. It did have a lot of attention, and I had sent out a ton of offers, but nobody was really biting. So getting that $65 offer, I said, heck yes. I got this at the bins as well, so only $1 or $2 for this. So definitely a great flip. Next is something I have never heard of, but I was at the Goodwill and I came across this for $4.99. I had no idea what it was. I thought it was some sort of Bluetooth speaker, but I turned it on and realized that it was one of those vibrating rollers that athletes use, to roll out their sore muscles. I looked it up and quickly saw that it was worth you know, that $50, $60 range, pre-owned. So yeah, 5 into 55. I'll do that all day. This was, it actually didn't come with a charger. So I did note that in the listing. It was just a normal like AC adapter charger that anyone could buy online, but it didn't come with that, and somebody still bought it, so that was nice. And this took probably a week and a half to sell. Very quick flip. Next is good old Johnny Was, my favorite brand to find ever. I found this at the bins for maybe $1 and it sold overnight for $65. I had it listed for, let's see, what did I have it? I think I had it up for $75 and I accepted the offer the next morning when I woke up for $65. Super quick flip. I will always, always pick up Johnny Was. I will even pay up for it if I know it's gonna have a good return. Next is a vintage Coach scooter bag, which I have never found before, never even seen before. I picked this up at the bins for maybe $1 or $2. It was in really good condition and it sold within 2 weeks for $75. I had it listed for I think $110 and I accepted the $75 offer. It didn't have the Coach vintage hang tag, which is something that a lot of buyers, you know, they want that, and mine didn't have that, so I was definitely okay with the $75 offer. Next is a vintage t-shirt. This I found at the bins for maybe $1. It was very lightweight and it is a Grateful Dead. Well, it's a Jerry Garcia t-shirt who's from the Grateful Dead, and it's just so cool. It's kind of like a play off Corona beer. It is, or it was, super worn in, distressed, really cool, what everyone's looking for in a vintage shirt. I had it listed for pretty high because it was very rare. I couldn't find a single one like it online, so I listed mine for $150. And it sat for probably 2 months and somebody offered $85 and I took it. So that was a great sale and I'm just glad to see that somebody is going to be wearing it and enjoying it because that is my favorite thing, vintage t-shirts. Next is a major bolo. This is my second time that I have sold this Dymo label writer. It's the 450, so it is the smaller one, maybe more like an address label or a, I don't know, some kind of SKU or barcode label that somebody would use. I bought this at a yard sale for $7. It did not come with the spool in the middle to hold the labels, but that didn't matter. It sold, you guys. I listed it for $175. It sold in less than a half hour. It's crazy. It blows my mind. The sell-through rate on these things is out of control. So if you ever come across any sort of Dymo, always look it up. Definitely something that I would pay up for to flip for a good amount quickly. Oh yes, here are the other pair of Cortez. I meant to put this by the other ones, but these I also found in that same trip with the other Nikes that I sold previously. These ones were a little more sought after. I had them up for $125, I believe, and somebody offered $105, and I said, heck yes. They did sit for, I want to say a month, but these were, I was getting so many offers left and right for these things. People were offering 30, 40, and I was just like, no, I know what these can go for. And I kind of stuck my ground, and then somebody came in with this offer, and I was so glad I held out. They are actually being shipped to the eBay authentication whatnot, and then they are going to be sending it to this buyer. These just sold the other day. All right, so that was it for eBay. I'm going to get into Poshmark, which was not the greatest as far as the amount of sales, but I did have some good ones that I want to share with you guys. This is a Billie Eilish World Tour hoodie sweatshirt. This thing apparently is rare, and it sold for $119. I think I had it up for $150. It was up for a few months, and I accepted the $119. I will always look up any sort of tour merch, you know, especially the ones that have like this one has Billie Eilish as the tag. That's how I kind of figure out that it is actually the tour merch and not something that is maybe reprinted, but still always do your research. This thing was really cool, and it was her artwork that was all over the hoodie. And yeah, just rare and super cool. Sold for $119. I got this at the bins. Did I say? I don't think I did. So yes, picked this up at the bins for maybe $3. Next is the first time I've found this brand. It has been on my bucket list for so long. It's Dixon. I think that is how you pronounce it. It is a women's flannel, which I did not know when I picked it up, but it was a women's flannel and it sold for $42. I bought this at a thrift store while I was visiting my mom, and I think I paid $6.99 for it. So $42. The women's don't go for quite as much as the men's. Some of the men's Dixon flannels go for so much, and I think it may be because of just the fact that they're rare. They don't do a lot of prints of certain colorways or collabs or something, but there are some that go for in the hundreds. So definitely keep an eye out for this brand. This sold within a week and a half. Next is a brand that I will always pick up. I always find these at the bins and I love it. They are a compression post-surgery bra. The brand is Prairie Wear, and this sold overnight for my full asking price of $40. So picking this up at the bins for maybe $1 and selling it for $40, that is a great flip. And lastly, we have another tour merch item. This is a Halsey official tour tie-dye sweatshirt, another rare limited edition. This I also found at the bins for maybe $2-3. It was on the heavier side. And I flipped it for $90. It sold within 3 weeks, I would say. And very excited about that. This was something that I guess on the back. Yeah, this, I have no idea what it was for. It's for one of her CD, well, Manic, I'm guessing, is the name of the CD that came out. But yeah, definitely more rare. I wasn't quite sure what it was when I found it. I had to do some research, and I'm really glad that I picked that up because that is a great find. Alrighty, that's all I have for today. Those were my top 20 items that sold in the month of July. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something new, please let me know below. If you liked this kind of video, also let me know below. I really enjoyed making that, and I think I will do more in the future just to show you guys what is actually selling that I'm picking up. So yeah, please like and subscribe. I gotta add that in there. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good day. Bye.